Today we're taking a look at the PSA Sabre M4A1. If you're into clone rifles, you're absolutely going to love this new offering from PSA. They just came out with the new Sabre M4A1 rifle. This comes in a 16-inch or a 14.7 pinned and weld. This is the 14-inch variant. It comes with your rail covers like you see here. It comes with this foregrip. Has a swing swivel up here on the front, and then it has your Mattek rear sight on the back with your adjustments up to 600 yards. You can adjust that too. So really, really cool clone here. Me personally, I love this style rifle, the M4A1. If you play video games, you probably really like this rifle and you're really into it. I love that they captured the whole element of the gun. You even have the UID sticker here on the front for your cage code and everything, and it says on this side, property of the US government. Real quickly, if you enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoy my content, I really appreciate it. It does help out with the YouTube growth for the channel. I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Brownells. Use code TA10 to save 10% off $150 or more. I highly recommend you take advantage of that because they have pretty much everything on their website. It's like the Amazon of firearm stores, and you can save a lot of money using that code. Let's get right into the video. If you're looking for a way to support the channel and you're wanting to purchase something like this or anything else from PSA, please use my link tree. There's a link to Palmetto State Armory that shows that I generated the traffic, which is always helpful to the channel. It helps me get more firearms like this to you guys, early access to be able to get these videos out to you as soon as possible. So I do appreciate it if you do that. It is really neat how well they did this rifle. And it comes at the price tag of $950, which if you are a person that likes to buy the actual firearms, you realize that's a really good deal. So I was out in Iowa visiting Brownells, and they actually had one of these used in their store, and I really, really wanted to buy one, but I could not pull the trigger on it because I couldn't see myself spending that much money on a clone and a gun that's most likely just gonna sit up on the wall and look at. I'm not a big collector of firearms. Let me rephrase that. I don't like buying firearms that just sit on walls. I like buying firearms that have a purpose. The reason I have so many firearms on walls is because, one, I have a YouTube channel that kind of revolves around it, and a lot of firearms get sent to me for review and testing. So I'm not a person that likes to buy firearms just to collect them and put them on the wall and be like, well, this is a cool gun. So it's very difficult for me to spend that kind of money. And I'm sure a lot of you are like me in that you really like these clones and you like to have these styles of guns because, one, it's really cool just to have a firearm that's kind of iconic, especially for around my age or a little bit older than me. When you were growing up and you saw videos of people in the military using this rifle, and you always thought, man, I just want one of those. I want to use one of those. I want to have one. And styles have changed over the years, as you can tell from the different builds that I have. And I would never build a gun like this. This wouldn't be like a patrol rifle set. If I was building something like, okay, I need the best gun that I can make right now, because a lot of these parts and styles have been outdated, but it's just something that is really cool to own. So thank you to PSA for getting this out to me early, pre-release, be able to get this video out to you guys. So I was able to get this video filmed before the actual release date, which is today, but I've had this gun for a little while now, but such a cool firearm. So it's gonna take a little time, but my goal is to make this thing as accurate as possible. So I threw this ACOG on here just because this is the only one I had. I did not have that old traditional style ACOG that you saw on these clones, but I did have this compact ACOG. So I put it on there just for the style at least, but eventually I would like to get an ACOG for this and make this as accurate as possible, but it's not high on the list of things to do right now. I got a lot of other projects I gotta get done, but for right now, I think this does look super cool, and I'll eventually get this thing finished. But let's go over the whole rifle and go over the details of what you're getting. So this is chambered in 5.56. So you got that multi-cal. It has an FN cold hammer forged barrel, so you have a really good barrel on this thing. You have your front sight post, of course, keeping with that look and the clone-esque-ness of this firearm. It's not a word, but we're gonna rock it because I like it. This does have a quad rail, and like I said, it does come with these covers, so you don't have to worry about finding them yourself and buying them. It all comes with the package. The foregrip comes with the package as well, so you don't have to worry about looking for other parts to complete your clone. You just buy it straight from them and everything comes with it. Then this does have a micro best bolt carrier, so you know you have a good solid bolt carrier in your gun. And everything else you see here is just like it is on the original rifle, making this as accurate as possible. For those of you that aren't into clones or don't really necessarily care about the clone aspect, you might be thinking like, why'd they go with this grip? Why'd they go with this stock? There's better options out there. Absolutely, but this is a clone. So it's meant to look just like that style, just like the M110 clone that they did, which I have on the wall there. I'll show you guys here in just a second and go over that real quickly. I have a full review coming on that soon. But another thing that I really like that PSA did with this, or didn't do, I should say, is plaster their logo all over this. So the only thing that you can really tell that this is PSA is it says it right here, Palmetto State Armory, and they very well could have just thrown a logo on everything they possibly could have. Some companies will do that when they do a clone, and it kind of takes away from that cloneliness of the firearm. And again, you obviously have to put your logo on it because you make it, so I get it. You have to put your logo somewhere on it. But I'm really glad that they just made it subtle. They put the really important things like the property of the U.S. government, M4A1 carbine on this side, and I said the UID sticker here with your cage number. So they made sure to keep those on there without taking away from it by throwing the logo on there. So really happy to see that they did that. So there you go. This is the first look of the M4A1 from Palmetto State Armory. I really like what they are doing lately. They've been coming out with a lot of really good things. The Sabre line has been fantastic. I have a review here on those if you guys are interested. You just get a lot of value for the price of what you're paying. So this is just another great lineup offering that they have, and I know there is more to come. I will be getting videos out to you guys as soon as possible. Really appreciate PSA for working with me more recently and getting these guns to me as soon as possible so I can get these videos out to you. So definitely show PSA some love. Go to my link tree and use that link to order these if you would. That helps support the channel a ton and helps me get a lot more of these things in so I can do more videos as early as possible for you guys. This beautiful tall glass of peanut butter milkshake is the PSA Sabre AR-10, or what people are calling it, the M110 clone. So this is a little less cloneliness as the previous one I just showed you, the M4A1, because this does have some more modern things like the Raptor charging handle, Talon safety selector, aftermarket upgraded trigger, a couple other little things that weren't on the actual M110, but this is a really nice rifle to get that gets you really, really close to that without breaking your bank and having to spend a ton of money. So I'll be testing this, currently actually testing this, and I'll be doing a review on this one soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But I'm just really happy to see PSA is putting stuff like this out there. They're putting out a lot of really solid rifles like the Sabre line, but they're also making some cool guns like this that people are just interested in having, or guns that people wanted, but just don't quite have the money or the funds to spend on it, and they're making them a lot more affordable. Hopefully this video was able to help you make a better purchase decision to see if this is a rifle that you would like to buy to add to your collection, or if you're really into clones and you've been wanting something like this. Definitely recommend picking one of these up because it saves you some money and you kind of scratch that itch of being able to build out your clone rifle that you've been wanting. So if you guys are looking to help out the channel and things I do here, there's a couple ways to do that down in the description. There are some discount codes from companies I personally trust, and there's a link to my link tree for companies like PSA and many others. If you use those links, it does help out the channel, and I do appreciate it. If not, just liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below and being interactive is always helpful as well. A couple companies that support me and the things I do here are Brownells, Hold Up Display, and Howitzer. Howitzer is a clothing brand that donates 5% of proceeds to charity. They have a ton of clothing. This is actually a sweatshirt of theirs. I realize that I don't really ever wear anything other than the t-shirts in the videos. They do long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, coats, tons of stuff on their website. Basically anything you can wear, they have it on their website. So definitely take a look at their stuff. Hold Up Display makes the beautiful racks behind me, and then this whole vault room. If you guys are interested in the full video, click there. And Brownells, use code TA10 to save 10% off orders of $150 or more. Highly recommend you take advantage of that. Other than that, guys, thank you so much, and I appreciate you all.